Shall we do a few case studies before we go further? A few case studies should help us, and then we can quickly go into the spirituality aspect. I want to end the day with a nice spiritual note. So we'll just do a few case studies before we do that. Can we just have the software? Let's see the Naveen Patnaik, the same Chief Minister. I just want to know why he didn't marry. Just now we did a case of a person, of a lady who had almost 7-8 marriages. Now here is a person who never married. Can you tell me why he didn't marry?
Who never married?
Yeah.
Okay.
No marriage.
So Mars in the 4, aspecting the 10, aspecting the 7.
Rahu in the 7th.
That would be one.
That could be.
Rahu in the 7th.
Venus is in the 8th.
Good point. Very good point.
And the 7th Lord
I've got Venus in the 8th. I got married at 21. I don't think it's good enough.
No, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
But with Rahu in the 7th.
Ruler is
7th ruler debilitated and conjoined the Karaka of the 8th house Saturn, and Saturn is aspecting this Venus.
Yeah.
Right? Any more malefics having a nice glance at Venus? What about Rahu?
Mars has Rahu on Venus.
Mars has... No, don't go into that. Don't go into that.
7th Lord in Badhakasthana with Saturn.
Okay, 7th Lord in Badhakasthana with Saturn. Okay, that... I mean...
7th Lord debilitated to begin with.
The Lagna Lord out here is Saturn, which by itself would be very adverse to marriage.
With what?
Very adverse to marriage. That means the person by himself, what is the attitude of the person? The Lord of Lagna is Saturn, who is the Karaka of the 8th house. So as such, if the Navāṁśa Lagna is Capricorn or Aquarius, that itself is a minus point in any chart when it comes to marriage. Add to that Saturn's affliction of the 7th Lord in debility as well as the Karaka Venus.
What about Mars aspecting the 7th Lord?
7th, Rahu in the 7th aspected by Mars, but that would give a relationship.
Yeah, and also Mars aspecting the Moon.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that I agree with you. Moon has taken a terrible hit from Saturn, Rahu and Mars. That's a good point. The Moon has taken a very terrible hit. Yeah. So probably he liked somebody and didn't marry or something like that, or...
It's only his own choice because Saturn playing all the roles.
Right.
There is a parivartan between Lagna and Badak.
So basically 7th Lord debilitated and severely affected by this.
Yes.
All these planets, see, look at it. The 7th Lord is in terrible shape. The 7th house is in terrible shape. The Karaka for that is also in terrible shape. The Lord, the house and the Karaka are all gone.
And the Lagna Lord also.
Can we... Right.
And it's the same thing from the Rashi chart too. Saturn, Mars and Rahu all aspecting the 7th house.
Okay. So that's done it like.
There's
Okay.
a Tapasvi Yoga on Lagna.
Yeah, that's a different kind of... That won't affect the marriage. Okay, shall we see one more chart? Any of you want your charts?
That person never gets married.
He never married. Never.
Yeah. No, because that's in the... I looked at the Saturn in the Rashi chart affecting his own sign, at least they give some kind of relationship.
That's what people are talking about. But I don't think that is it. He is physical. He's too old now. I mean, right now people are talking about it. He's too old for that now.
Should we see UL to see whether he'll get married or not?
We can see all that, but I just want to see the 7th of Navāṁśa working. If the Navāṁśa works, it should work.
Do you look at the 7th house of the natal chart also?
Yeah, it helps. It helps a lot, yes. My basic focus today is the Navāṁśa, but whatever you have learnt from Ronnie, please apply that.
Even if it's wrong.
About the Rashi chart, please apply that. I think after this one more chart, then we'll go into... Okay, let's see her chart. 7th house is empty. Okay? 7th Lord has two rulers, Mars and Ketu.
One is in the 8th house, the other is in the 11th house.
So what does that mean?
The 7th Lord is aspected by Saturn again here.
7th Lord is aspected by Saturn.
Both Lords,
Yep.
So one marriage will get destroyed and the other will survive.
Depending upon
But
who
it
the
could be
strong
late
is.
marriage. It doesn't have to be. Ketu
Karaka Venus
Ketu
is
will not
also under
give.
affliction by Rahu.
Ketu will not give, but Mars might give. It affected by Jupiter as well.
Here we have Venus in the third house, but this Venus is the ascendant lord.
Yeah.
So she has a very positive attitude towards relationships and marriage. That's important.
And Jupiter is aspecting Mars also.
Jupiter is aspecting?
Mars.
Right.
So Mars will give marriage, but Ketu won't, most probably.
Okay. So do you see one marriage over here given by Jupiter and Mars? Let's say Dashas. Let's see you time it. Okay.
Born in 42, 6 to 7.
What would be her age? When was she born? 42.
65 will be 25, 67 will be 25. So this is 25 plus.
So do you think that she would have had a relationship before 25 years of age? You doubt it? Sure?
Saturn 8, possibly not.
No. Saturn is aspect.
That's not.
It did. No, it won't.
No. In Saturn Dasha, you mean to say she wouldn't have had any relationship?
Saturn is in second house, it's not good for the first.
But it is aspecting the seventh lord.
Saturn, Mercury is Lord of UL also, possible, yes.
So maybe Ketu gave her marriage, but that marriage will last for long. Because Ketu is
Saturn, Rahu, 62 to 64.
Ketu probably.
62 to 64. Is he right?
Yes.
Yes, he is right. Look at that. Only person who had the courage to venture out with a prediction.
When did she get married? 54.
Yep, he was right. He just applied the rules straight away and it worked.
What's the rule?
What are they?
Go through it.
Okay. Can you say the rules that you
I
applied?
just looked for the Lords of UL aspecting.
Oh, you use other rules. You use the UL and all that stuff. Okay. Okay, I know. With that it becomes very easy. Okay, I agree on that. Okay, but try it with this. Try it with this. There are two lords over here. One is Ketu and one is Mars. And we have Saturn aspecting both of them. Okay, so Saturn Dasha is definitely going to be positive. Secondly, she has a positive attitude. The Lord of Lagna is Venus. Right? And you see this Rahu over here. Is this Rahu negative? Is this Rahu going to be negative or it's going to be positive? Rahu is aspecting the Ketu. Okay, what about the trines to this house? You think she would have known this person from Mars period? Yeah, you all think so? What do you say? Did you know this person from Mars period?
I knew him.
There's no relationship.
No, no. I knew him, not in the physical sense.
So that it's Mars.
It's Mars. So she met this person. There was someone else entirely?
Yeah.
That's like two, no? Scorpio has two lords, there's two people.
Yeah.
So one she married, the other didn't work out.
Yeah, was it like that?
No, no.
There were two people and one you married, the other one you just left like that?
Is there any strange coincidence?
Not just like that, it didn't work out.
No. We not after Elizabeth. We were seeing.
There was someone very serious in the moon period, and then that didn't work. And then in the Mars period.
Mars period there was some.
And now when you're married.
Yes.
So the first one was the moon period,
Right.
which is trines to the seventh house,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
Lord of
Yeah, but
Lagna.
Galilee is trines to the seventh house.
I didn't marry him, but we
Trines to...
Yeah, it was a strong relationship, is it?
we still speak.
Yep. So the first was in trines to the seventh house and that was the moon. Yep, that's right.
Yeah. And then
It
the
works
second
perfectly.
one is Rahu.
The second one is the Rahu period,
And that's
Saturn
what
Rahu.
Saturn Rahu.
Yeah.
The second one, not the
I
first.
think
Yeah.
the UL Lord, he gave the marriage really.
Yeah, we have
Who?
to move.
Rahu.
Mhm.
Not following that.
No, forget that. Don't confuse it. Pardon?
Because it's really
You're not
second
following
nature
the
relationship.
That's right.
what
That's
Saturn
right.
Rahu
That's
gave.
right.
Seventh trine. Yeah, moon is seventh trine.
Saturn Rahu gave. That's second
Second.
Scorpio. Yeah, that's right.
Second one you went to.
No.
Trine. Rahu is trine to the second house. Yeah.
Yeah, so now when the second house.
Did the first one break during Saturn Mars?
Yes.
What?
Why
Okay.
was it so short-lived?
That's what she pointed out. Seventh lord going to the eighth house.
Second,
Going to the second from
8th house. There is already the foundation itself is weak. One lord comes here, the other one goes to the...
Exaltation didn't help Ketu.
But not in the 8th house. What, I mean, he could have found a better place to hang around than to get exalted in the 8th house. I mean, look at it like this. He says, I am feeling exalted, I feel like a king. Okay, when you become a king, what are you doing to me?
You don't want to get married if you're feeling like
Yeah.
a king.
This guy is feeling exalted, all right, but what's he doing? He's in the 8th house. Why should the 7th lord go to the 8th house? The first relationship is, never going to happen.
Okay.
7th lord in the 8th, the first relationship is not going to happen. So that's it. And that was, you see the first one? It comes from these trines. Among these trines, okay, moon was one of the lords, so Saturn, moon she ran. The cause of the break, you see from here, the trines to this, Ketu could be one, the other one was Mars. Mars is the lord, Saturn, Mars it broke. Okay, then come to the next one over here, Saturn, Rahu. But that was a good one. You used, of course. That was very easy, of course. Okay, the next one, or was this over? Is she going to have any more marriages after this, or not?
That would be the interesting question. But this one, this one went on for a while.
Yeah,
Let's see the Maharajas for the second one.
now see the planets over here. Are there any strong planets over here? So that means the marriage will go on for a long time. Strong marriage, planets, long marriage. Weak planets, marriage ends soon. Simple, straight rules. Okay? We have benefic planets over here, a lot of good relationships, a lot of good things over there. The next marriage is seen from Capricorn. Does the Lord of Capricorn have anything to do over here?
Why will it, the nodes usually terminate the progression, right?
Yes, it should have ended over here. Right? After this she would have said no to any more marriages. Do you see the possibility of another marriage coming out here? That was my question.
In children, usually you see Jupiter trying to cross over the nodes.
Right.
Here we try Venus.
Good. Take a look.
Venus aspect 8.
Very good point. So, marriage will go on.
We'll try to come up.
Right. So, right during this marriage, do you think she would have met this person? But this is not the cause of the breakage of the marriage. The breakage of the marriage is seen here, but the Lord is the moon. Oh. Why would this marriage break in the first place? Of course, it's easy to see from there. From the Upapada of the Rashi chart. But I want you to try to tell me from here. Why did it break? Was it among these planets, who is the weakest over here? That will be the cause. And what sort of problems do you think Sun could give? Health problems. What else? Ego problems. Ego problems. Selfishness. Okay. What else? Venus. Could there be another woman? It could be. What else? Money because of the Sun and Jupiter?
It is courage. Fourth lord is Sun.
But this marriage would have gone on for a long time, right? Approximately how long?
Jupiter.
3 years.
12 years.
Why did you arrive at 12?
Jupiter
Jupiter is the strongest planet over there. In one of the Jupiter years 12.
16 I thought.
16.
Yep.
So here, she got married in 64, right?
Yep.
And that was in Saturn Dasha.
Saturn Dasha, Rahu Antar Dasha. That's easy.
Yeah, that we
Just
got.
easy and straight.
Lasted for whole of Mercury and...
It lasted for whole of Mercury? How do you know that?
No, not whole of Mercury. I'm referring to...
How do you know that? Tell me. Why doesn't somebody else venture with a... Just say it. It doesn't matter. Rima, try it. That marriage is still on?
No.
16 years, do you agree? Or you don't agree? You agree 16 years?
Mercury is the lord of that sign. Because Gemini is giving this marriage, right? And Mercury is the lord of the sign. So Mercury won't break it. So maybe that's the whole of Mercury.
Mercury is the lord of the sign, so
Gemini is
Mercury
giving
won't
this
break it.
marriage, right? Saturn Rahu.
Hey, don't look at it like that.
Okay.
I told you not to look at dashas like that. Look at the antardashas and tell me which antardasha will break.
Which answer is the broken?
Yeah. Okay. So it was Mercury dasha. It was Mercury dasha. Fine. 60. Tell me the Antardasha which broke it. Come on.
Moon and trine will break it.
Why?
Not Jupiter, Anger and trine. Jupiter. So Sun,
Mars,
Ketu, Mars,
Mars
or Jupiter.
Jupiter. Jupiter is the second and seventh lord. Seventh lord is second.
or Jupiter.
Yeah.
From Gemini.
Did it break in Mercury Jupiter?
That's when I got my divorce, it sort of broke up in Rahu.
It sort of broke up in Rahu.
Yeah. I packed his clothes.
Keep back the clothes in Rahu.
But according to my estimate, you were always sick of him from 74.
There was a problem, yeah.
As soon as Moon and Tala started.
Yeah.
Moon, you
Why
know,
move?
the mind wavers, and the moon is the lord of this over there.
This is the real Mara. He initiated that.
And you see the Saturn over there with the moon.
Took so long to pack.
The mind wavers.
What you
What?
said is sin is because it's the vibration of Jupiter.
Jupiter. Yeah, yeah.
It's the age when Jupiter.
No, number of years, Vimshatri Dasha. I use those years of Vimshatri Dasha in such magical ways that you can't imagine. I just told 16 and it worked, right? Yeah, that's right. That's how I use them. I use many things with those Vimshatri Dasha years. I do a lot with it. Maybe sometime when we do numerology we'll get into that. I was talking about that to you.
In this program, what means the break, the brackets in the start?
Retrograde. Retro.
Oh, retrograde.
So do you...
Married again.
Does she get married again?
Yes, Saturn.
So we go to the third, to the 10th, which is Saturn.
And I told you that was waiting, like he had already. Alright? And did he marry again?
No.
No, you have
I
not.
had an affair, I guess you'd call it, but I didn't.
In Saturn.
In Saturn, yeah.
In Saturn you had an affair. As it clearly shows out here, there's the Lord. The Lord of that comes out here. Yep. But you never married after that. So the Rahu Ketu axis has actually stopped. It worked, so the Navāṁśa is right. Anybody else would like to throw up the chart? Now all the hands are coming up. No, we got, I have half an hour to 1 hour. Get married, that's good.
She gets a Rahu Ketu axis.
Yeah, but she crossed it. She crossed it because that guy died. The planet who removed that guy was giving the next marriage. Yeah. Saturn was the one, Saturn and Mars who removed that, who killed him, were the ones who pulled her to the next marriage. So that's why she was able to break the barrier. Otherwise she would have broken it. And normally in all such cases, you always find the Venus must aspect this Rahu Ketu. Must.
Venus must aspect
Rahu or Ketu axis. Ideally it should be with them. If Venus is with Rahu Ketu, then they can break the axis. In marriage. Yeah. Axis. Otherwise you can't break that axis. See in her case, she kept on searching for God. We are getting into spirituality. Come on, you don't want to talk about God?
Yes.
See, I taught you all these things. Now you have to listen to me whether you like it or not. Okay? You have had enough of samsara. We can use that for spirituality, right? Now we have discussed enough of the private life, our personal lives, everything. Now let's talk about God. How many of you believe that you are spirit beings having a material experience? Everybody? That you are a spirit being basically. That's what I think that's what the Bible says, is it? I thought that's what the Catholic Church also says. Anyway, we are spirit beings. Let's face a hard fact. And how do we find out how do we identify the soul in the chart? The?
I always thought that the astrology is for the either the material existence can't be defined as soul from the chart.
Can't we do that? Good. Vedic astrology can do that. No other astrology can do that, to my knowledge. I think Kabbalahs can do that. That's why I'm very keen on learning that. Ronnie, you got to do some work. Right. The soul is supposed to be a spark of light about the size of a micron, is it? How small is it?
Hundredth of a hair point.
A hundredth of a hair point. That's what the Shastra says. It's a hundredth of a hair point. It's a tiny spark of light. The color of the light, we'll come to that now. You see, when we make a chart, we find certain things written out here. Atma Karaka, Amatya Karaka. Atma means soul. Atma Karaka means the significator of the soul. So like we have significators for various things, we have a significator of the soul. Okay. Amatya Karaka means the same soul it becomes a significator for the work. What is your attitude to the work? Or who are the people, the ministers who will guide you? If you are the king, in this body, who is the king? I am the king of my body. Is it not? Same way the Atma Karaka is the king of the body. That is the soul that is residing inside this body. This is the whole body. This Mercury indicates the soul. And the dignity of this Mercury will indicate the dignity of the soul. How comfortable it is. How well it is placed. So in different dashas, what happens? Why does a dasha affect you? Why is it that one dasha is giving you good results and another bad results or whatever is happening? The soul is taking a very friendly or a very inimical stand. If the soul becomes inimical, the mind is having bad experiences. If the soul is friendly, the mind has good experiences. It is because all is based upon how friendly the soul is and how much the soul. We say, oh, I didn't get my this thing today, or maybe whatever you want, they say, you can easily get, provided you know how to take it from your soul. Your mind should know how to take it from your soul. So what we do is we see the Navāṁśa position of the soul, this Atma Karaka. We see the Navāṁśa position occupied by it, and this position is called the Karakamsha. Karaka is generally for Atma Karaka. Amsha is for Navāṁśa. So we see the Navāṁśa position occupied by the Atma Karaka, and we take the 12th house from this, and from here we see moksha or escape from this cycle. The 12th house is the house from which we escape from this world. 12th house from Karakamsha is the house of moksha or emancipation from this cycle of bondage. It is also what we call what was the exact technical term? Vishti?
Jivan Muktamsa.
Correct. The Deva Keralam uses the word Jivana Muktamsa. The 12th house from the Karakamsha is called Jivana, life, Mukta, to get moksha, Amsa. Okay? Now, this is also the house of giving, 12th house. So 12th house from Karakamsha is the house from which your own soul is going to grant you moksha.
Your old soul?
Your own soul. Own soul gets moksha, that is grants you moksha, that is you get freedom from this coming again into this planet. So when we want to see whether a person is spiritual or not, how are we going to see it? What is really spirituality?
What if they're all three the same? Your Atma Karaka, your Karam Karaka, and your 12th house. It can't be. What I'm saying is it's only from the Karakamsha. It can't be the same. You're taking the Karakamsha. Here's my Karakamsha, and here's my 12th house. Yeah. And the ruler is... So then you forget the ruler. Forget that.
No? You're trying something?
Well, I was looking. I found my Atma Karaka and my Karakamsha. They're always the same planet. The Karakamsha, I know, but the Atma Karaka has the same ruler as the Karam.
Show me. Let's take a look.
It's just saying that the ruler, that the 12th house is ruled by the Karam.
Wow, you are very spiritual.
Really?
Yeah. Am I right or wrong?
Well, maybe I'm getting there. I'm on the
Yeah. That's good. If there is a connection between this planet and your soul, that means the Lord and you have very good equation. Because this is your Lord, the one who is going to take you in the path of final. So the Lord of this sign or the planet in this sign is very important. And the Lord of this sign is going to decide how you are going to proceed in this world as far as spiritual world is concerned. Now let's see. This is called Ishta Devata. This is called Dharma Devata, the ninth. What is Dharma? A Dharma Devata is one who helps you to achieve whatever you want to achieve in this world. If you want to be a politician and you want to be a good politician, somebody who has a outstanding achievement, then it is the Dharma Devata who will help you. So the 9th house from Karakamsha is for Dharma Devata. The 12th house from Karakamsha is for Ishta Devata. Can you open up Mahatma Gandhi's chart so that I can explain it? Okay, this is the chart of the Mahatma Gandhi. You would have, I don't know how many of you people have seen the movie on Gandhi. Yeah, that was a good movie, right? Now here, what is the Atma Karaka?
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Which is the Karakamsha?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Do you find this to be strong, well placed?
Yes.
Right. So it is possible that such a man could achieve something big in his life?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now which is his Ishta Devata? Moksha is being given by?
Mars and Ketu.
Mars or Ketu. Or, never and. One of the two. Which is his Dharma Devata?
Sun.
Now sun represents deities like Rama, Ram, the sun god. Now he worshipped Ram and he fought for the independence of India. His greatest achievement was he won the independence of India without raising a weapon, but with the name of Ram on his lips. So what is important is strengthening this planet. The 9th house is empty. If the 9th house is empty, you take the Lord. You always strengthen the planet who is the Lord or the planet in the sign in the 9th house from your Karakamsha. Then you achieve what you want to achieve.
So first,
Nobody can stop you.
so if you have a sign in the 9th house, you take the sign, the
Yeah.
Lord of the sign.
The Lord of the sign. Because here the sign is empty. There are no planets over there.
If there were a planet, you would fortify that planet?
Yes. If there is a planet, fortify that planet. Strengthen that planet. Go do whatever you have to strengthen that planet. So long as that planet is strong, you cannot be defeated. Your dharma is strong. You are on the path of the truth. Okay?
So in your chart is Jupiter.
Pardon?
In your chart is Jupiter.
For me, the planet is
Venus. Mercury.
Ishta Devata is Mercury, Dharma Devata is Mars and Rahu.
Yeah.
Balaji. Mars and Rahu. The two ones.
Balaji. Yes. Balaji. I keep going to Balaji. Yes. Mars. Mars is important. Mars is very important for me.
No, it's
Oh, this is for my health. First house.
If Mars and Rahu or Rahu are the ones or outcomes in Moksha, what would be the deity for that?
Like if it's Mars, it can be some warrior deity, like say Kartikeya or things like that. And the important message in life would be to not to fight with anybody. See, 12th house is what you have to renounce, what you have to give up. If Mars is in 12th, you have to give up fighting. You have to give up anger. If Jupiter is in the 12th house, you have to give up wealth. It's very difficult. If like that, 12th is what you have to give up. You have to renounce it. It's the house of renunciation.
We have to think about the 12 from Karakamsha.
The final spirituality comes from, yes, from spirituality.
If your quest from the AK is in the night,
To strengthen it, it's good. That means,
but then it's so kind of confusing.
no, it won't confuse. Because that is, you will also achieve what you want, also you will be very spiritual. Why can't somebody be spiritual and achieve what they want in their life?
So if someone is something you need to give up, what is it? You want to give up your emotions, your mind, and
No. I mean, that's a very different way. Somebody will say, I have Venus in the 12th house. Do I have to give up my clothes and walk naked? No, don't think like that. That is not being spiritual. No. Spirituality is giving up that which you will always want. Venus has to do with sexuality. If Venus is in the 12th, you have to control your sexuality. Give up sexuality. Give up the excesses. Keep it to the bounds necessary. Yeah.
In order for him to succeed, Gandhi, he basically had to give up his life.
See, yes, Mars.
That's like you say that.
Okay, here you see Mars is the 12th Lord. And 12th Lord is what? See, in his case, the Atma Karaka is here. 12th house is Mars. What was I just talking about Mars? Give up fighting. Give up fighting. See, even if the colonial British attacked him, They attacked him, they were beaten. You know how they lined up once as a protest? They stood on a line, one after one, they walked with their hands on their heads. Later on, Gandhi told, put your hands down. They put their hands down so that they would be beaten, they would bleed and fall down. Somebody will come and pick them up. But they will not attack. His condition was, you have to give up, you have to renounce violence. And you have to take the name of Ram. He took the name of Ram to strengthen the 9th house. You see, that is how he succeeded. You have to give up what is there over here in the 12th house, and you have to strengthen what is there in the 9th house. Now in her case, what has happened is, this planet has gone here. So is she going to strengthen it or she is going to give it up? Let's say Mars was here. What would Gandhi have done? Let's say Mars was here in Leo. Strengthen Mars as a planet by worship, but give up fighting still. Right? What you are renouncing is different from, see, there are two different aspects. One is the material aspect, one is the spiritual aspect. You have to renounce the spirit thing connected to the planet, the negative connected to the planet, and strengthen the positives connected to this planet. Because the Atma Karaka is the most important. Keep that in mind. That the Atma Karaka will become favorable. And when the Atma Karaka becomes favorable, you will have a very nice life. You will achieve. Your life will have meaning. Otherwise, we'll all sail through lives. Do you think that this has been an important lesson? I thought this was very important. I should share this with you. Okay. Now, when did Gandhi change? Why did Gandhi suddenly change? He was an excellent lawyer. He was earning well. He wore 3-piece suits on those days when half of India was wearing a loincloth. He was from a very well-off and wealthy family. Why would such a man suddenly give up everything, wear 2 pieces of clothes? He was a barrister trained in London. I mean, how many people today can afford and go and study law in London? And those days, cost a fortune. Can we see the dashas and see what is it that caused him to change? Moon Dasha? You mean to say that he changed in Moon Dasha? Hey, come on. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to ask you why.
You said Venus is conjunct Mars in the 6th.
Okay, that's a very good point. So Venus Dasha could have initiated that, giving up? Okay, can we see Venus Dasha? 79. How old would he be?
10 years. 69.
His spirituality actually started at this time. He started questioning when he was 10 years old. Okay, then go on.
10 to 30 years is Venus. Sun starts in 30th.
It was in Venus, Dasha, Venus.
Good, go on. Tell me, when was it that in South Africa, he started this in South Africa, not in India?
And he went for business to South Africa, then
He was doing very well out there. Yeah, he was in South Africa. So can you tell me when it could have happened?
he can take the Venus Dasha.
Would it be
Okay, come on. You want to say something?
Venus Moon? Venus Moon?
Could it be Sun Dasha?
Sun Dasha? Why? In Sun Mahadasha, he would have got the direction. Okay, that's a separate issue. I am talking about when did he start this path? This path. See, first you have to prepare yourself, and then only can you ask for something. You don't take 2 pegs of whiskey and then go to the church and start asking God that, okay, God, you got to give me this. You first have to renounce and prepare yourself, and then only can you go there and ask. Venus, Mars or? Why not the Atma Karaka himself? When the soul shakes you and tells you, wake up, young man. It's Atma Karaka. That is why they say the Dasha of the Atma Karaka is normally very painful. Why is it painful? It's God shaking you and waking you. Your soul is talking to you, waking you up. Get up. That is why the Dasha of the Atma Karaka is painful. If the dasha of the Atmakaraka is not painful, that means you are not on a difficult path. God doesn't, your soul is not having a problem in the path you are in. Maybe you have many more lives. Maybe God knows what will happen tomorrow. We don't know what happens after life. But as far as your soul is concerned, in this life there is no problem. It is only when the soul shakes you that you change. Can we take up another chart? Somebody else's who... Okay, let's put her chart. Okay, let's put a chart.
Can you tell me things?
That was February 3rd, 1960. 9:36 a.m. a.m. 8 a.m. Chicago.
Sanjay, what are those words you use? The 9 from the Karakamsha? What was that?
9 from the Karakamsha. Dharma. The deity is called Dharma Devata. Devata is for me. Yeah. Dharma Devata is 9th. And wow. See, I wrote Dharma Devata and she put the lights on. Wow.
When there are multiple planets indicating, would you choose the strongest one or both of them or either one of them?
Strongest. Whenever there are multiple planets indicating, choose the strongest, not the weakest. Because any definition of God is strength. Definition of God can never be weakness. Please keep that in mind. Ishta Devata and Dharma Devata. And the technical terms used, this is what was taught to me. The technical terms used in the Deva Keralam for this house, the 12th is Jivana Muktamsa, and for the 9th house is, come on Vishnu, Vijnanamsa.
And they're both from the Karakamsha.
Both are from Karakamsha. See, let's look at it.
What do the words mean?
What do the words mean? A Devata, Deva, as I told you, I do not consider the word Deva as God. Devata is light, from the word Diva, the giver of a direction because of light. When you are in darkness, let's say you are in total dark room, if a light is coming from a certain source, one should go in that direction. So this is Dharma Devata. Is he who is enlightening the path of Dharma. Ishta Devata, he who is enlightening the path towards moksha.
He was enlightening the part of the motion.
Yeah, that's the path to moksha. So this is the two. And this is called Jivana Muktamsa. The 12th house is called Jivana Muktamsa. Jivana is life, Mukta is moksha, Amsa. And the technical term for this is Vijnanamsa, complete knowledge. So when you have complete knowledge, you have one. When you have perfect knowledge, you have one. You are like a Buddha. That's what they call you. Okay, this is a chart. Let us see her chart. Let's save her chart. What's your full name?
Aquarius.
Okay. Okay, the Atmakaraka is Mercury. Okay, which is the 12th house from that?
Libra.
Any planets?
No, Venus.
So who is the planet who's going to give it? Venus. Okay, 9th house? Sun and Jupiter. Who is stronger? Jupiter. That's a very good thing. If Jupiter is strengthened in this chart, it can make a lot of difference.
It's already strong.
Well, it may be strong out there, but how much of it is influencing her life? See, it's important. A planet may be already exalted in its place. How much of it do I get? There's a sweet shop around the corner full of sweets. How many sweets am I going to get? That planet was exalted over there in the skies when she was born. And that will be for so many other people at that point of time. How much of that benefit is she going to get if she's not able to tap those rays? Am I right? So, can we go to the dashas and see how... You think she is spiritual? Some of you feel that she is spiritual? No. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see when she would have had an important event. Let's say, try to time an important event about spiritual.
To see how spiritual one is, you have to see the dignity of Atmakaraka. That's what he said.
Yeah, right? What?
Whether the person has undergone Atmakaraka Dasha.
Dasha is one thing, its association with Saturn is important. Suffering makes you spiritual. Let's face a hard fact. Let's face a hard fact. People who have a gala time all the time are not the ones.
Those two didn't come. Those two were coming much later.
Okay, so
Those two were coming much later.
right.
She was born in
What about the
1850.
Saturn Dasha?
Saturn Dasha is, she's not going to see that much later in life.
Venus is very strong. It's been its rulership, it's Dick Bala, or the ruler London.
Yeah? Would you agree with that?
What are you asking? If I had a spiritual experience?
Yeah.
I had spiritual experience when I was very young.
Okay, she started with Ketu Dasha.
No, no. After she told that, why did you give me that answer? Why? I mean, you said something which was totally wrong because you were not listening. You were yawning away. No.
See, I was going to say Mars or Ketu, both are Parivartana with Mercury.
And she had it when it was in Venus Dasha. Even Ketu is wrong. Let's see. Okay, even Ketu is wrong. Was it that age? When did you have your first spiritual experience?
I've always been very universalist in terms of my own.
Right. Okay.
I've always,
What was the age in Ketu Dasha? Can we see her age in Ketu Dasha? No. How?
1950.
50. So she would be 6 years. I don't think she's had any spiritual experience at that age. I'm not prepared to accept it.
only in the sense of feeling at one with the universe.
6 years of age?
Yeah.
Very strong as
No. Look at it like this. It's very straight. The 12th house from this is Venus.
Okay. Yes.
I don't get an experience by merely existing. I get an experience when the Lord comes to me. And when this dasha will come and see, just click on that and check the Antardasha of either Mercury or Saturn. Yeah, out here.
69 to 75.
That's when I began our cult study.
Simple as that. Straight. It has to be.
My first awareness of astrology was 64.
62 to 64.
Yeah. Yep.
Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that see, either the planets here, the lords over here, that is what. But there has to be a linkage. Look for the linkage between these two. The Karakamsha and the 12th from it. If these two get linked, it will happen. Yeah. There must be a link between the two. Am I right? Okay. Now, what about her? Since we have opened up the Navāṁśa and she was interested. Anybody wants to make any comments about her marriage?
Seventh lord, see Jupiter in 6 and 7th lord in 6. It's not a good position. Trying to be honest. Venus is in the quarter, but that's very good.
Attitude is very positive. Very positive attitude. A very positive attitude, there's no doubt about that.
From 7th house, Lagna Lord goes to 12th house in Mannakaraka. Unhappiness, self-unhappiness. That person
Self-undoing.
lacks confidence. That person could have lacked confidence. That person.
That person.
Yeah, the first person lacks confidence.
Why? You, for a minute, just forget her first person. Look at your own chart. You have Leo rising with Lagna Lord in 12th house. Will anybody on the sun say that you lack confidence? Don't give me that. Don't give me that. I mean, you are one of those guys who can achieve the impossible. That is the kind of confidence you have. I mean, let's face it, my entire computer stop, everything got changed by Dell, thanks to you. Yeah, you did it. That's the sun. The sun is an achiever.
That's the Vargottama sun.
He is Lagna Lord in 12th, so self-undoing, that is a separate issue. Don't say lacks confidence. Self-undoing is a separate issue. Person who hacks his own legs is a separate issue. But don't say lacks confidence. This person doesn't lack confidence. Okay. First husband, you think she's married twice? What? I mean, everybody is married twice. Why?
Not necessary. We are just saying about the person's
Right.
character.
First husband. Okay, I agree. How long will this marriage last, or how will this marriage be?
Second house is aspected by Mars. Ketu Mars is aspecting it.
Ketu is aspecting. How is Ketu aspecting it?
No, just
Mars is aspecting it.
Yes.
Who else? Its Lord has conjoined Saturn.
Yes.
All those things seem to be again adding up.
And there is a parivartana between them.
How?
There is Mercury and Mars Ketu parivartana.
Okay. I see that. Was there any break in your
Well, what do you consider a marriage? If we're going to talk about my legal marriage, it's one thing. You talk about long-term relationships, you know.
Yeah. Did you have?
Legal marriage is one thing, you know, relationships is another. You know, child of the 60s.
Okay.
He's married again in Jupiter, 67 to 69.
Yeah, legal marriage.
But he had a long relationship over there.
67, no, 67 is over. 67,
Why do you say 67?
Next marriage,
I did, however,
next marriage is
have a
5.
significant experience to 69. That's young.
How old will she be over here?
11.
Okay, 11 to 12. Then this. What about this guy? I mean, why have we gone straight to this? Why have we eliminated him?
Rahu?
Yeah, and his aspect in the 7th house.
She was too young.
Yeah,
Oh, I fell in love when I was 11. Yeah, I was in love with the guy all through high school.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah. Nothing happens because, but it's in trines. It's in trines. It's in trines. I'm not saying
all
that.
through high school, though. I was
Also, yeah. And then there was this debilitated Rahu looking at that,
Looking at what?
at the 7th house.
Yes.
Wrong place. He was looking at the wrong place.
Looking at the moon.
moon? The sun moon.
Seventh house. So Rahu can give, that's what he's saying. So I already was looking at the second marriage.
Oh,
Pisces, that's why I went to Jupiter for the second one.
Get her married once, then we talk of the second one. No, tell me the exact timing of the first one. First relationship.
Timing of the first one.
First serious relationship.
67 to 69.
64 to 67. Rahu.
67 to 69?
Yeah, yes sir.
Yes,
Not-
you said there was a significant experience.
Yeah. Significant experience.
Venus Rahu, right? That
Lost my
time.
virginity in 67.
61, 62, she must have met the person.
Pardon?
61, 62, she could have met the person.
Out here.
Yeah, she's right.
No. She was infatuated by this person.
So the other person is a very emotional person because Moon is in his 9th house. So because of his emotional nature, she
She
got.
was very young, she was infatuated with this person while in school. Because
Ra-
one was in
Rahu-
high school, that's what she remembers.
This is the time. Did you move around with him for a long time during this period?
Yeah, we went off, when I was 11, I fell in love. We dated on and off all through high school.
Right. Especially during this period, right? 64, yeah, 64 to 67.
I mean, no, 65, 61 to 65, she's saying, was the infatuation.
Right.
With the boys in school.
Right. Okay. Especially during that part. Okay. So,
Did you get married in the
You wouldn't count high school.
okay.
14 to 17 years, Rahu must be in period.
Jupiter, she says. Chalo, theek hai. Okay, try to time the first serious relationship. Come on.
Jupiter again.
The question is whether she got married in Jupiter or what?
Is this chart right? First, tell me. Is this Navāṁśa right? Right. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
Obviously, second is already.
I think she doesn't have Mars Ketu in trine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have Mars Ketu in trine.
Yeah,
She
you
doesn't
are
look short-tempered.
She doesn't look short-tempered. What does look short-tempered mean? Hey, listen, you guys are too much.
She's very
I'm
short-tempered.
very short-tempered.
You are? You didn't speak like that. No. That's my...
Claudia, you said your Navāṁśa Lagna is Capricorn, is that right?
My Navāṁśa Lagna is
Aquarius?
That's a
according to this.
It depends on the island.
Yeah, she says she's hot-headed. I mean,
I am hot-headed.
so Mars doesn't mean right.
Privately.
Or higher Ketu, not private.
Murti Rupam.
Yeah, I think Venus should be in her 5th house.
Mars and Ketu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets angry but then cools down quickly also.
Yeah.
Venus in trines. Yeah, put that Venus in trines.
Are you artistically inclined?
That's what she did.
So you are Capricorn. Capricorn.
Previous time.
I was very, very artistic.
Right. Now it's so easy. Put that Jupiter over there and say, okay, Jupiter in the first house. Yeah, now it's easy to
She was
explain.
adopted Mercury aspect in Venus.
Oh yeah? Oh, it's so easy now, everything. Hey, don't try all that, please. Please. No, I don't want to see skiing over here. No. The Shastra doesn't have it. I don't want all that. Please, now serious. Now, so it's very easy to see now with this that it was Jupiter.
Moon being 7th Lord gave an affair and Jupiter really...
Right. Otherwise, why did she not have it during Rahu's period was my question.
She did.
And nothing happened, yeah.
First major relationship was 1969, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Jupiter.
Real serious.
Yeah.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Jupiter.
Has to be. It has to be. With the other Navāṁśa Lagna, see how with this Navāṁśa Lagna, it has to be Rahu. There's no way I can accept that it won't work. Why it won't work? It works for everybody. Why it won't work for her? See, that is how I ask myself. If this was the Navāṁśa Lagna and Rahu is aspect in the moon and the 7th house, I don't see any good reason why it should not have given her a relationship over there. And now over here, he's in the 12th house. I mean, he has nothing to do with this house. He's accepting maybe looking at the Lord, but that's not sufficient. He's not a Lord of a trine, he's not Lord of fencing, he's not there. I mean, how can he do it? Am I clear on this? So this Navāṁśa is correct. So at least you got your Navāṁśa rectified today. 56 seconds earlier, if I'm right.
9:35.
So now with this was the first serious thing that she had and all. Did this, okay, when would this break?
Sun would break it.
Right, you see that? In the earlier case we saw 7th Lord in the 8th and here we saw 8th Lord in 7th. So right at the time of the relationship, the seed for breaking it is already there. I mean, this relationship is not going to last. This relationship of 69 is not going to last. Okay, when will it break?
Sun Rahu could be Sun sign.
Oh no, it lasted 5 minutes. How long?
About a year.
Yeah.
Less than a year.
I thought Jupiter would go and it would be over. Yeah, yeah. Jupiter would be over. It would be over. I mean, why would Saturn break it? Can you see why Saturn broke it? No. Can you see the aspect of Saturn?
On the 2nd house.
Right.
And also the 7th Lord from 7th.
Pardon? You see, look at the 8th house over here. Saturn has a clear aspect on that.
It has the aspect of the sun.
On?
It has gravity of the 8th house.
Which is ruled by the sun.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why it broke it. I mean, do you have any other reason why it did it? No, don't take Rashi aspect. No. No. There is nothing permanent. It's desire based. You desire to be with somebody. Relationships are all desire based. I mean, you don't go to. I mean, it's not something that happens naturally. No. It's very desire based. Science sides are permanent things. I mean, no.
So Saturn aspect on the 8th house.
Right. So that's broken. Shall we go to the next one?
Saturn breaking it indicates, since he also owns Aquarius, the 7th from there, that she's already planned something out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You had somebody else in mind. No?
Had that planet been here, I would have accepted
In
it.
Capricorn.
Yeah,
Being in Aquarius.
yeah. Had this Saturn been here, I would have accepted what you say. But out there with Mercury, it could probably be Mercury when she would have had another one.
She has Mars Ketu in 6th house.
What is the reason? I mean, is it because it was her initiation because Saturn is the Lagna Lord? Why did Saturn break it?
Saturn is the Lagna Lord going to the 11th. I mean, it's just the time. Things. She didn't like that guy anymore. Simple as that.
From her side.
It was very upsetting.
Yeah, she didn't like him anymore. Simple as that. Because Saturn is looking at the 8th house. She didn't like him, my friend. And this guy was trying to be very smart, probably having a big ego out there. Trying to boss over her. Probably she felt that he was bossing over me and things like that. He was unavailable? Yeah, ego problems that guy had, yeah. 8th Lord. The Lord will generally show the reasons for the breakage. Okay, now shall we go to the next one? Next one, please.
Next husband. Not legal marriage. Next. start in the
Is Mercury, Claudia, is Mercury nice or?
Because the second relation,
Right.
we told her we did.
72, 75, okay.
Saturn, let's do somebody very quickly after the 1969 guys. 1971. It was
But that was not serious one.
You have to watch it when you're dealing with relationships.
Yeah, I don't think that was a serious
Some of
one.
us have had so many.
You got to be very careful.
Yeah, but I'm scared. You want to make legal marriage? Yeah. Yeah, really.
In this manner, go through each one seriously. Question, why not this? Then only see we corrected the Navāṁśa. Because the question, why not?
He's got it earmarked, the Mercury Achyuta.
Yeah.
Was that the next one? Those years?
I did 75 again for about a year, about 1970.
Right, 1 year. 1 year. Normally I use that thumb rule, you know. Whenever there's a relationship, I use a thumb rule of 1 year. I mean, if it was a legal marriage, then even if it broke in 6 months, I'll use that. But if there was just a relationship, I'll use a thumb rule of 1 year. I mean, something like 2 months, 3 months, I just met the guy. It's nothing. It's something you really can't use. I mean, there was no relationship to talk about. Okay, shall we do one more spirituality chat? Now let's just open up and go into one of those. Okay, nice question. When did she get married? First legal marriage.
First legal marriage, look at Upapad.
I think it would be difficult to see from this because she said she had other long-term relationships which were not legal. Unless, you know,
Which one? Oh, 682.
some,
Sun can give us,
That's good.
Sun,
Like
Jupiter.
that. Sun, Jupiter, or Moon.
So what would be her age in Sun Dasha? Why Sun Rahu?
Sun, Jupiter.
Sun, Jupiter.
I mean, she's what's her age? 50? 60? What's her?
50.
1950?
She's 78, 79, 80. That's into Lagna.
Or Moon Dasha.
Moon Dasha. What about Moon Dasha? Jesus married, I think. That's what I thought.
How about Sun Moon
That's
Dasha?
right. I think we'll get it right. I think Moon Dasha, I asked her, she confirmed it.
Yeah.
Because Moon is 7th Lord. Moon is 7th Lord.
The fourth also.
What will be her age at that time?
32.
Jupiter stage. That's what I mean.
So 32 it starts, doesn't mean she got married straight away, did she? So how much it will be?
She probably met someone in Sun, Jupiter, and then married in Moon.
16 plus 6 plus 10. 22, 10, 32, correct. 32 it would have started, seriously. 85 she would have got married. Good one, Sir Bani. Okay, we are done now. Please let's open the chart of one chart, and I'm going to ask you about a very serious spirituality question of a man who, have you all heard of Vivekananda? Could you just open the chart, Vivekananda's chart? You never heard of him?
Yeah.
You all heard of him, right? Okay. Okay, open any one of them. Okay. Yes, save it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's right, perfectly. This chart will be right. I keep studying them so much. If these charts are not right, then. He was a very spiritual person. He died at the age of 40. Okay, now, how spiritual was he? How do you make out?
12 from Atmakaraka, 9 from Atmakaraka. 12 from Atmakaraka is Lagna.
Right. Two things, as I told you. These two places, Ishta Devata sits in the 12th house, Dharma Devata sits on the 9th house. If the Navāṁśa Lagna, which is Atmakaraka's sun. So counting from the sun, do you see that the Navāṁśa Lagna is in the 12th house from it? So the Navāṁśa Lagna is in the 12th house or moksha place from the Karakamsha. This person is heading for spirituality.
But the 9th house also is owned by the sun.
Oh yeah. That's his achievement. To achieve in life what he has to do. Yes, he has achieved a lot, and he worships Shiva a lot for that. Dakshineshwara. Okay, now the point is, will this man be very spiritual? You can see, if the Navāṁśa Lagna is in the 12th or the 9th house from the Karakamsha, the person is very spiritual. Satya Sai Baba? I have a chart, but I don't know whether it is correct or not. I have been debating on that. Yeah. Now, in this particular chart, what is it, which dasha is it that will really say, the people will say that yes, he will get moksha?
Mars, Lagna Lord, Navāṁśa Lagna Lord. Jupiter.
Correct.
Jupiter is happening. Jupiter indicates Ishtareta.
Correct. Jupiter is number one. Is there a planet in the 12th house from Karakamsha? Yes, there is. Has its dasha come? Then during its dasha, you will do the work of God. Right.
It has to be the planet in the house, not the rule of the house.
If there is a planet, then it is that. If there is no planet, then the Lord.
What if Atmakaraka Dasha comes first, right? What if
Pardon?
Atmakaraka Dasha?
Atmakaraka is your own desire. Here it is God's wish.
Did he have a strong, I don't know if it's biology, but did he have a strong relationship with his guru?
Extremely strong. Extreme. I mean, his relationship was too much. He just lived for his guru. And the moment the guru's mission was over, they say he left his body by his choice. There is a certain process which is described. It's unbelievable. He's one of those masters. It's exact, we have this copybook things where the scriptures say that this will happen, then he will lie down, his body will burn, and then finally when he leaves, blood will trickle from his eyes. Exactly that happened. And before going, he will wash the feet of that disciple, and he'll wash the hands of all disciples and the feet of one disciple who is to lead after him. He did that, went to his room and left his body. Unbelievable. This is you can see the spiritual giant. This sun is Vargottama. If you were to just see the Rashi chart, just open the chakras video. Look at this. This sun is Vargottama in the first house in Sagittarius. And it is the Atmakaraka. This is no small man. You can see the Rashi in Navāṁśa, the sun is Vargottama. And I believe he was born after his father kept 21 days fast at Kashi Vishwanath's temple at Banaras. Same place where Ronnie learned Jyotish. It's a very respected place in India. It's a very respected place. Like this, I hope I have inspired you enough. Now go back home, open up your charts and see whether there is any chance. Vivekananda. Ramakrishna Mission. He's the one of family.